And so yeah, we're gonna start the countdown right now. So 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So there's really not too much to say about this game. All the movement is pretty much simple. We just try not to get hit as much as possible, and just try to get through each stage as fast as we can.
But some hits are intentional.
Yeah, because we can damage boost off some of the enemies, but it's kind of hard to know when it's optimal to do that, because you want to make sure you have enough health for each boss at the end of the level.
Yeah.
So that first guy there, he's called Poppy, and he's the first part of RNG into this run. Basically, on his third attack, he can choose to do this dance, and it wastes about 10 seconds every time he does it. But I got lucky there, and I didn't get a dance. I just got the bomb instead, so we were able to move on. Normally, I'd reset if you get a dance there, and that's only because we have really good times in this game.
My green times is horrible.
So this is the first boss, called Wispy Woods, and he's another example of why this game is a total meme. So as you notice there, he just did 2 wind puffs on me, which wastes time every time he does that. You want him to drop the apples as soon as possible, so we can attack him and get the hell out of here. That's basically what I mean by RNG, is the bosses have certain attacks that don't allow you to do any damage to them. And it's just random when that happens. So moving on to stage 2, this is Castle Lololo. Again, really not too much to say about the movement. There's a fast strat you can do here that saves about 5 seconds, but only if you're able to kill the boss in 1 cycle. But it's really RNG dependent, and it needs to be literally perfect. So I don't think either of us are going to be going for that in this.
No way. No way. Like, the RNG is just horrible against Lolo. And
so that boss right there was Lololo, and he's not really. It's RNG, but it's not. It won't kill your run usually. You want him to spawn as close to you as possible each time. Okay, so that was kind of bad there. So that was kind of sloppy, but we're done. Moving on to stage 3. There's 5 stages in this game. This game is really short. As you can see, the estimate's only 15 minutes. And we pretty much expect to get below that. It's really not hard to get below 15 minutes in this game. So world record for this game is 11 minutes and 22 seconds by controller head. He's had the world record for, I think, almost 2 years now. It's really hard to beat. You need to have like absolute perfect luck and movement. But Ahoy's actually going for it, so that'll give you a reason to follow him. He's very good at this game, and he runs it pretty much every night. So.
Thanks,
Yeah.
man.
I can't run this game anymore.
Oh yeah, this game is just pure art.
Yeah, it's not good for the soul.
It really isn't.
It really
I like it.
takes attacks on you.
It's fun. I like it.
So this next boss is Kabula, and she's not really RNG dependent, I'd say. You mostly just want to make sure you have enough health in this boss fight, because you have the potential to take a lot of damage here. But you can see we're just going to get as close as possible, and we're just going to spam the hell out of her. And usually about 4 health is a pretty safe number to have going into that fight. I've done it with 2 health before. I don't think I've ever even gone into the fight with 1 health yet. But yeah. So moving on to the 4th stage now. This is Bubbly Clouds. This is actually the longest of the 5 stages. And I think in terms of learning this game, it's probably the hardest stage to learn. It has a lot of kind of weird movement, and I don't know. There's a lot of tedious stuff you gotta remember in this stage. But yeah, as you can see, a lot of the enemies in this game are like avoidable because they spawn off screen, and they're all based on cycles. So if you're just running right the whole time, you can literally just run like right through the majority of the enemies. So this cloud room that we're in, we call it cloud room. This is kind of like the bane of every new runner's like ambition to run this game, because that section of the stage sucks. All right, so you're looking right now at Krako Jr. This boss is actually, I think, the only boss in this game that doesn't have any RNG in it. It's the same thing every single time. He's gonna do these attacks over and over again. But we're gonna be fighting the bigger version of him in just a little bit, and that is honestly probably the biggest run killer of this game. The next Krako that we're gonna be seeing can be very unforgiving, and yeah, he's not always the nicest, but hopefully today he'll give one of us at least some kind of good luck. So yeah, this part's really that part's really easy. You just hold down B button and just spit out a bunch of shit to Okay.
Come on.
So he has 3, like, I think, no, it's 4 attacks, right? I'm trying to think. He either has 3 or 4 attacks. He has this swooping one that he's doing on me. He has that lightning one that he did just now. He has this where he spits out an enemy at you, which is what you want, because you're able to do damage to him with that. So you want him to do those as soon as possible. So he's giving me pretty good RNG right here. Okay, so we're done with Bubbly Clouds. Now we're moving to stage 5. This is Mount DDD. This is the last stage of the game. And believe it or not, we have to fight every boss that we just fought again. So if there wasn't enough RNG already, now we have to fight these bosses again, so it's just double the RNG. You can fight the bosses in any order you want. There's no faster or slower way, but mainly we try to go to we go back to Lololo, then we go to Krako again, and then we go to Wispy, and then Kabula, and then we fight DDD. This strat I'm going to use here, if you suck off this that enemy right there, and you take damage, you can just clip right through that spike ball without having to grab the Kirby to kill him. Normally, I believe if you hit that guy, it's an instant kill. But yeah, this guy, typically what we've noticed, if the first version of this guy is nice, then the second version never is. But he's not being too bad to me right now. He's being pretty average. But there are runs where he just won't spit out an enemy, and it takes so long.
He's a run killer.
Yeah, he
I
is.
hate Crackle.
Okay, so that's Krakow 2. We're going back to Wispy again. So Wispy, if he gives you bad RNG, he's the one that wastes the least time. Basically, he can give you like a 2 puff, a 4 puff, a 6 puff, or an 8 puff. So right now he's giving me 2 puffs so far. We want him to just drop the apples. That's 4 puffs. So that's like a little below average for RNG. Usually 2 puff is like the average. But he can be so unforgiving sometimes and just give you like 8 puffs, and he can just be a big meanie. So I'm actually a little worried about my health here. Like I said, this boss, 4 health is a good number to go into this fight with. So I'm gonna be playing this kind of safe here because I don't want to die. Because dying here would waste a lot of time.
I'm going in with 1 health, with just 1.
Okay, I died.
I'm gonna die.
So it takes the lead, but it's still all up to RNG. My PB has a death in it, so. Did you die?
Yeah.
Ah.
I died.
Yeah.
It's alright. It happens.
It's easy to lose a lot of health when you do low and low 2, because you kind of forget that you have other bosses to fight. I feel sometimes, at least in my case. Okay, so we're going on to DDD now. This is actually the runner-up to the run killer. This guy can be a real jerk, which he's being to me right now. So you want him to either jump at you or swing at you with his hammer, like he just did those 2 times there, so we can attack him. The other 2 moves he can do is he can try to tackle you, or he can try to suck you up. Right there, he just tried to tackle. And right there, he just tried to suck. So we want him to do these 2 attacks as much as he can. So time comes up as soon as the last hit to DDD connects. So I'll be letting you know when time's coming. Alright, so time is now.
GG.
Yeah, so that was
Pure RNG.
so that was it. I think I should just make a quick note here. Ahoy is not worse than me by any kind of mean. He does have a better PB than I do. It's literally, once you get the movement down and you get it consistent, it's all just RNG. And that's why I didn't want to run this game solo when I submitted it. I wanted to make it a race, because a race for this game is a lot more interesting. And the one that they did at SGDQ worked out pretty well. So
Oh my god.
looks like DDD's being a jerk. He's not being. This is what happens. This is one of the reasons I don't want to run this game anymore. So it looks like next up after this we're gonna have Mega Man 3 by Mazimov. I think that's how you say it.
Fire time.
Alright, is it time?
14:15, dude. Oh my goodness. That's horrible.
Alright.
He just kept dancing. He just kept, oh my. So yeah.
1421 for you. 1257 for me. That's not too bad. Yeah, that DDD R&D